There you go. This is just like chewing on soft rubber. Hey world, today's video is on the taste. Essentially this is a review of what wild deer spleen tastes like. Loaded with vitamins and minerals. I don't know all the facts. I did my research earlier and I was just kind of blown away by everything in it. Maybe later I'll do a review on all those elements, all the vitamins and minerals. So one, you can't eat this raw, or I can eat this raw. I've had it raw. I've had no negative side effects. But what I have learned is the red meat inside tastes and feels pretty good. Feels good to chew. It breaks down real easy. But if you get this membrane, you can see like the whitish membrane versus the redness. The redness is good. This is super chewy. So if you can spend the time to peel that off or cut it off, and you can just peel it off. Look at that. Slippery. There you go. This is just like chewing on soft rubber. But the dogs like it. There you go. So that's what you want. Not that. But we're not talking about eating this raw. That's for another video. We're talking about how this tastes cooked in the wild with no salt, no pepper, no seasoning. If you didn't catch the last video, I'm using a little hanger I found. And in the real situation, you'd have to use sticks, wet sticks, so they don't burn as quickly as your meat, and keep them wet. So every couple minutes, you know, take your whatever you're cooking out, sprinkle a little water on your cooking stick, make to slow its burn. So what I'm going to do is just penetrate one end, so I'm not going in the center. Gonna penetrate one end, okay, which is fine. But the problem with that is, as I try to turn it to get it to cook evenly, it doesn't turn. That's where this little bend comes in. Gonna set it up like that. I'm only using little pieces because I want to save this for later. So now, if I want to turn my meat and turn it, there's no way it's going to slip down. If you've ever done like s'mores and you're standing up and your marshmallow falls off, it won't happen with this. Still with marshmallow, but this is meat, not a soft marshmallow. So this is how I like to cook it. Let's see how it goes. Actually, what I'm going to do, I think you can see this log here. I'm going to use that as leverage. I'm going to go and anchor the bottom of this under a rock. And then adjust it till it's where I want it. This works really well with a hanger, but not so easy with a stick. So what I like to do with this is every minute or so, check it. So I can feel the ends are a little bit tough, which is good. So they're not like super tough. But if you've ever felt spleen or lungs, it's really squishy. It's like a lung. Super porous. If you imagine like a very soft volcano rock or a slimy sponge, kind of feels like that. So I'd rather have it just for morale, just for a morale booster. Having it a little bit like something you can actually bite into versus just biting it and it's just falling apart. To chew makes me feel alive, like a human again. Okay, yeah. Give that another minute. Let's break down how this feels. So you can actually see maybe some resistance squeezing it. And here it's, hope you can see that, super squishy. Versus the outside is not so much. So I'm still going to cook it a little more. So here's what we have. Nice, soft meat. That's about half as squishy as it was before. So here comes my report to you on what it tastes like. It tastes like liver, honestly. A little more rich or a little less rich. I'm not sure. Take that membrane out. Let's do another sample. There's really, I can't think of anything that tastes like. I like it. It tastes rich. It doesn't taste like today's food. When you take a bite and you're like, boom, wow. That tastes rich in vitamins and minerals. I did have maybe 3 ounces of all this stuff raw, liver and spleen, about 5 hours ago. And within, I don't know, 45 minutes, I felt a little different. I felt like I saw a little better, heard a little better. I just felt, I guess, more alive. And actually, some of the vitamins in liver do help with eyesight, so maybe that's why I feel like I'm seeing just a little more clearly. Not like I can see farther, just clearer. If you've ever had Advocare Spark, chug it, drink it, within a few minutes, you're like, oh, kind of just, the colors outside just seem a little more alive. You just see a little more detail and better color shading, color hues. So that's my report on it. It tastes rich. Go out and try it yourself, and eventually work up to eating it raw if you want to. As long as you stay alive, as long as you can.